Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to a special episode of the Leen Show. This is episode 23. We are live from Pensacola, Florida. I am co-hosting with two people I've known for almost 20 years. And I'm really excited to be here.
Congratulations. That's the first non-me intro that's ever been done on our podcast.
Hey, I love it. I'm excited to be, an inaugural guest.
That was really good.
Yes, that was really good. It's hard to do that off the dome like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's the intro, but welcome to the Leen Show, episode 23 of the Leen Show. We're here with our special guest, Mr. Reid Thompson. The second guest we've ever had. Now, Reid, I will say...
Who was the first guest?
We had Roger Sherman, a college football writer.
Okay, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, that's fine.
I must have missed that one.
That's fine. 99.9% of the world missed that one too. But Roger, so he did this thing where like he traveled the country going to like college football games or whatever after we interviewed him, and he actually got on the Goodyear blimp.
Oh, okay.
And got to like watch a game. He got like sponsored.
I didn't know blimps were like a thing. I thought that was just in like movies.
There's like 3 of them, I think, in the world. There's I think Chick-fil-A owns one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Goodyear has one, and then I think the other one blew up.
Yeah.
Ever heard of the Hindenburg?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's like Wright Brothers energy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like,
the Humanity. You ever heard that? That's what that's from. It's like it caught fire. A bunch of people died. Who cares? They would have been dead now anyway. Who cares? So Reid, you kind of have a lot to live up to, but judging from that intro, I think you'll do pretty well.
Oh, thank you. Well,
yeah.
I'm so excited to be here. I couldn't pick 2 better people to vodcast with.
Yeah, I'm excited as well.
You're saying vodcast, which is interesting because there's a video component to it.
That's why it's vodcast. If it was a traditional podcast, there'd be no video component.
Sure.
Oh, that is true. I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah, okay.
That's why I always say that.
Okay, I like that.
But most of the podcasts that I listen to are also, like, there's also a media component.
Yeah.
Like, there's usually...
There's like a studio, like lighting, there's like a staff there, and...
Yeah, whereas we're on the back porch.
Yeah, we're on the back porch.
We'll get there.
Part two, back porch part 2.
Back porch, we got a handle of Tito's just right out of frame.
Oh, yeah.
That y'all wouldn't know about if I didn't mention.
It's great to say.
Hey,
Well, the episode is what? Conversation and
Cocktails and conversations.
Cocktails and conversations with Reid Thompson.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think you're the only one with a cocktail, Kathleen. And is that just like grape juice or like what is that?
No, it's a glass of Cab Sav. Well, it's a plastic cup of Cab Sav because I don't trust myself.
Suddenly you're from Boston.
I don't trust myself with a glass out here. But yeah, I'm drinking red wine.
What Cab Sav you drinking? Do you know the name?
It's actually, I just looked it up and I forgot it, but it's from Napa Valley, and I was like, wow, this tastes like a really expensive wine. Like, I thought my parents might have brought it back from one of their trips out there.
Uh-huh.
Looked it up, it's $24.
What is it? Do you know the brand?
I could grab my phone and look, yeah. I mean, it said Napa Valley, but it was like,
I don't know. The brand was something Valley.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyways,
we can do community notes after, but.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's like $8 bottles of wine that are from like Sonoma County.
Yeah.
So like,
I love Sonoma because that's only like 45 minutes away from SF.
Right.
Just right north of, you go over the Golden Gate Bridge. And it's so pretty up there. Everything is so nice. Like, it's sick.
That's where like the smart rich people in California live.
Yeah. Like, most people live in the city, but yeah, up there, that's like, you're rich obviously if you live in the city, but like people up there, like, they're rich.
Right. I mean, that's like Gavin Newsom. Like, he owns owns a vineyard up there, right? It's like people like that. And then, he's a governor of California.
And then Julia Roberts just sold her home in SF. Like, it's like 5 minutes away from me. She bought it in 2020 for whatever, a couple million, and then she just sold it. It was on the market for 4 days, and it's sold.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you think Julia Roberts had a place in SF?
She probably just likes it. I don't know.
True.
There's a fair amount of celebrities. I think like Nancy Pelosi lives really close to me because you'll see her like walking and like they have the whole security and the black SUVs like tailing her when she's just like on her neighborhood walk.
Yeah.
But there's a fair amount of famous people.
True. They are crazy about that. The VP, Kamala Harris, has been in Atlanta like a lot lately, and they shut down everything. Like they shut down like 285. Like it's crazy. And like they're just like, sorry, you can't get home. Like they don't give a damn. Like they will shut down a major interstate. But granted, she's a VP of the United States. So, like that's a little bit different than who would you say, Nancy Pelosi?
Yeah.
But still,
what's
it's kind of
Nancy
crazy.
Pelosi's position?
Oh God.
I mean, I know she's a Republican.
No.
Oh, she's not?
No. Absolutely not.
Oh shit. Okay, she's the rep. Is she the one that represented for Alaska?
No, that's Sarah Palin.
Who am I thinking of?
Sarah,
Oh, okay.
Bristol had a kid.
Well, I am right about Sarah Palin, Alaska, and Republican. It's just right party, right state, wrong name.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm circling.
You're claiming
as
small
always.
victories here.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's the Speaker of the House.
Okay.
She's pretty much hated by, like, everyone. So
I
I get it.
I can't honestly, being totally honest, I don't know anything about her besides the fact that she lives 5 minutes away from me.
Yeah. Did you hear about that story where, like, somebody, like, broke into their house, like, trying to kill her
No.
a couple months ago? That was a while ago.
What?
But yeah, well, she's like, like right-wing conspiracy people that are like, oh, like, why she's like still alive is because she gets like children's blood pumped into her. She's like one of those people.
Yeah,
where her name gets dropped
And
in those
that's, like,
conspiracies a lot.
That's like
The Pizzagate.
stem cell vibes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. But no, she's just old. I mean, like, if this woman was getting that and she looked like that, God forbid. I mean, I would be out on it. Like, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Sorry, it doesn't work.
Is she the one that they make fun of a lot on SNL?
Probably.
Or is that the other one I was talking about from Alaska? I already forgot her name.
Sarah
Palin.
Well, Tina Fey famously played Sarah Palin.
Yeah.
But that was
Why
like
am I
15
mixing-
years ago.
I'm mixing those two up. Hardcore.
Yeah, Sarah Palin once said, "I can see Russia from my backyard."
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, true.
That's her.
Is that a thing? Like land bridge?
No, you can't.
Oh, okay.
Well, like, if you're dumb, you can just see, like, land across the water and be like, look, that's Russia. It's not. But, like, if
Love
you're
it.
dumb, that's a thing you can do.
If you're dumb.
Yeah.
Like me.
No, I mean, I'm not a map maker.
At least calling me out there.
The one thing I know about Nancy Pelosi, she's a Republican, obviously.
Wrong. We need like one of those
Kathleen
like
goes, well, yeah.
one of those like that sounds like like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
one thing I know about Nancy Pelosi, she's a Republican, she's from Alaska, like literally like, and I don't even try. Like this is just me being me. Like I'm not. And I tell you this all the time. Like I'm not genuinely trying to like be wrong to be funny. Like this is just like what I think about.
I'm not genuinely trying to be wrong to be funny. Like, who would be?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Who
Good
would be
point.
let to be wrong.
And, like, it wouldn't be funny if you were. If you're trying,
Yeah.
if you were, like, trying, you'd be like, oh, yeah, it's like, I saw, like, the other day, like, on Twitter, I just saw the clip of in 30 Rock when, what's her name, Maloney's on, like, Tucker Carlson and Chris
Yeah.
Matthews, and she gets Osama and Barack Obama mixed up.
Yeah.
Like, if you tried to do that, I'd be like, okay, that's too far, right?
Yeah. I'd get canceled. But-
Yeah.
Or at least halfway.
I
Canceled.
haven't seen 30 Rock.
It's a good show.
Yeah, it's like,
That's NBC, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Of course.
Classic.
Rockefeller Plaza.
It was a part of that whole like early to mid 2000s when NBC just had every like amazing sitcom
Scripted
out there.
show, yeah.
And now it's like, I mean, Uber fans like me still watch it, but it's not like really talked about that
Yeah.
much anymore or referenced.
Yeah, kind of. I saw a lot of, because like I don't know exactly why, but I think like there's a lot of comparisons between like Parks and Rec and 30
Yeah.
Rock being made like on like social media the last couple days.
Totally.
Because I've seen those clips like on both sides being thrown around a lot.
Yeah.
I haven't seen all of 30 Rock, but like I think it's funny how like what people are saying is like people are just trying to find reasons to make them both problematic. And
Yeah.
they're like 30 Rock is like they're like it's so it's transphobic because like there's the HR guy who's trans.
Yeah, but I mean back then, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's the thing. It's like people that were on The Office say that now. They're like, we could never do The Office now. Like The Office has a lot of like really
Yeah.
like transphobic, whatever, like racist jokes and stuff like that. But 30 Rock, The Office, and Parks and Rec, like just going back to the comparison thing, they all share writers.
Yeah.
Like the writers from The Office, like pivoted. Like Michael Schur, who was a head writer on The Office, who plays Mose in The Office, is the creator and like head writer of Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
So it's like there's gonna be like those like little
They're both
comparisons
Gary Daniels.
between yeah.
Well-
Or Greg Daniels, yeah.
Greg Daniels,
and
yeah.
zooming out, not even just in terms of a television show, just you can't hold something that was made 10, 15, 20 years ago to the lens of
Yeah.
2023.
Yeah, it's so
Because
lame to
it
do
wasn't-
that.
And so when people get canceled for like old tweets or something that they tweeted in 2007, you can't hold the words of 2007 to the lens of 2024.
Right.
Sorry.
I mean, we've
No,
all
you
gone
can't.
back. I mean, I deleted my Twitter altogether, but like I'm sure all three of us have gone back and like scrubbed our social media of stuff that we posted when we were young. Right? Like, I mean, I would like to think that like I didn't post anything stupid, but I know I did. So like I deleted my Twitter altogether.
Yeah,
but like
that's
I've gone back on my Snapchats and like stuff like that. I
Yeah,
mean, I was never too into Facebook, but like you, not calling you out, but like you've been on social media since like from a very young age.
And I have the same accounts.
Yeah.
So basically, it's not only is it a digital footprint, it's such a, not time capsule's not the right word, but it has followed me forever.
It's like a paper
And
trail,
so,
like a digital
yeah,
trail.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I've gone through and deleted hundreds of tweets, Instagrams, Facebooks, photos.
Yeah.
Anything you can imagine.
We talk about cancel culture a lot on the show, so that's why we're.
And
we
I
always
mean,
talk about
for the most part, like I think cancel culture kind of came about when no one really knew what would happen. And then what's funny is, like, as time has gone on, like, people realize, like can you think of one person who legitimately got so canceled their entire career was destroyed and they never came back, never, like, didn't transition to right-wing media, didn't transition to, like, edgy people? Everybody, I mean, Harvey Weinstein, besides people who committed crimes, like actual crimes.
That's what I was
saying.
I
mean, Jen Shaw, you guys, I know
R. Kelly.
Well, I know neither of you watch Housewives, but Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Jen Shaw, she was selling lead lists and was doing the scam to old people where, you know, you run up the old person's credit card.
Yeah.
She got totally canceled. She went to jail. The FBI on camera, she thought people thought they were strippers, and it was literally like the FBI raided while they were filming. They were on a Mercedes Sprinter van, and anyways, but yeah, she's
you can talk about it. Like, we have,
totally canceled.
I mean, we have listeners that watch Housewives,
yeah,
so like, it's not.
She's totally canceled, and then it's actually funny. Her and I'd have to look up, not Elizabeth Banks, one of those other famous, like, celebrity criminals, Elizabeth Holmes. No.
She wasn't a celebrity, but
that's like the blood lady.
Let me look it up. But long story short, they're now in the same low security prison together, and the girl takes Jen's workout class, and now they're friends.
Oh,
in jail.
Very nice.
So,
they're friends in jail.
Not to take us off topic, because I know we have like an agenda for today, but have you seen the stuff of Todd Chrisley talking about how shitty the Pensacola prison is?
No. I mean,
oh
I
my
knew he was
gosh.
here, but I haven't done any follow-up.
Well, and it's funny because we're both like decent fans of Christina's Mess. It's
another crime. I'm just saying, like, just for like my question, like, cancel culture, like, these are crimes.
Yeah. So theirs was what, tax evasion? Yeah. So he just basically came out and said that, like, the Pensacola prison that he's in, which obviously this is our hometown, we're filming in Pensacola right now. All three of us are from here. He, like, came out and was like, all the food is expired, like, and they were like, how are you? They're like, how are you surviving? He's like, I go to the commissary. But they were like, he claims, right? So Todd Chrisley claims that the commissary, to spite him individually, cut back on what you were allowed to buy at the commissary. So he listed out, he was like, I would buy packs of tuna, I would buy peanut butter, I would buy pasta. And they would be like, he was like, you used to be able to buy 6 packs of tuna a week. And now they cut it down to only 3 packs of tuna a week. And he thinks that it's to show him a lesson. Like, just because you're rich, just because you're a celebrity, like, you can't just, like, rely on the commissary. Like, the commissary is a privilege.
Yeah. That's fine.
I didn't know if you saw any of that, but, like, he's being...
Like I said, I knew he was in jail here, but I haven't kept up.
And why
and
is he...
And I think Savannah and Chase, sorry to cut you off, I think Savannah and Chase still have their own show.
Oh, really?
I don't know
I'm sure they do.
I don't know if it still films, but I've seen... because obviously the show we all know is Chrisley Knows Best.
Yeah.
Ran for whatever, like 10 seasons until they got arrested. But Savannah and Chase, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, have their own show called Growing Up Chrisley.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Vibe, reality, just following their lives.
I mean, like, that's a solid reality show to be like, hey, your dad's in jail now.
Yeah.
So we're gonna and your mom, we're gonna throw some cameras in front of you and see how you deal with that.
Yeah.
You know?
Savannah, the oldest daughter, well, not the oldest daughter, because we know the oldest daughter is Lindsay, that they have a tumultuous relationship with.
Yeah.
But Savannah became the legal guardian of the little girl, Chloe.
Oh,
because remember,
really? Right,
because
they
the
adopted
oldest
her.
brother, the mom and Julie and Todd adopted her, but then when they go to jail, Savannah took over custody of the child. The child's probably like 12, 13, 14.
Yeah, probably. So, quick question. Why is he in jail in Pensacola?
Tax evasion.
Right, but why Pensacola?
I don't know why.
It doesn't matter. I mean, because
they continue anywhere?
He's from it was from Louisiana, right?
Georgia, I think.
Georgia. So, I mean,
I think Atlanta.
I mean, they lived in Nashville. They lived in Atlanta.
They lived in Atlanta in the early seasons, and then they moved to Nashville. But I believe the court, or the warrant, arrest records, whatever, is the state of Georgia, I believe. I could be totally wrong.
Okay.
I could be making up.
Yeah, and I mean, Pensacola really does have a famous list of, list of famous criminals. You know, shot, like, weirdly. I mean, most famously, Tiger King, arrested in Gulf Breeze.
Ted Bundy was arrested here as well.
Bundy
I was going to
also.
say, lest we not forget, Ted Bundy was arrested. That's
it's not
wild.
funny, but...
No, it's so scary.
Yeah.
And in Tiger King, I remember, obviously, which we could get into that whole time capsule. That was right when COVID first started. For those of you who don't know, Kathleen and I lived together. And we were watching Tiger King in our apartment. And as soon as we got to that last episode where he was trying to allege he was in Mexico, to throw, the cops off his scent.
Gulf of,
we saw the picture. We saw the picture and we said, that's Pensacola. We were like, exactly.
Right.
We recognized the beach, the background, the restaurant. Like, we're like,
I've been to that Whataburger so many times in the parking lot that he got arrested in.
Yeah.
It's like a Whataburger, like a movie theater, and like an apothecary shop.
Yeah.
right across from the famed James Andrews Institute.
Which I went to that Whataburger 2 nights ago, and because it's 5 minutes away from my dad's house, and then Andrews Institute is where I had my arm surgery when I was in 3rd grade. Broke my arm.
Oh, I didn't know you were an athlete.
Yep. You know, she's a runner. She's a track star.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was where I had my arm surgery.
Very fun.
When I broke my radius, I still have the scar.
Yeah.
That's very fun.
Yeah.
Well, we got a great show for y'all today. I think this is the time to get into the first topic. This is something. I'm gonna give a trigger warning. Okay, if you're watching this with your kids, this part of the episode is 21 plus. All right.
Okay.
Oh God.
Yeah.
20. Let's just say 18 plus.
Yeah,
all
we'll
right?
say 18 plus.
It's 18 plus.
And
okay.
SFW.
It's pretty close. Okay. So here's the deal. I was debating on whether to play the video first and then explain, or explain then play the video. I think I'm just gonna go for the shock value here. Oh, describe what you see really quick.
A girl with armpit hair that looks like a wig in her armpit.
Yep.
And then I believe she's doing some sort of shot. Like, is that a bottle of liquor?
You'll see.
Okay.
Okay. Let's just run it. That is Chef Jay Leone. So here's the scoop here, guys. So Chef Jay Leone, and I'll read from his official website to get Chef Jay's word on it.
I saw this page pulled up on your laptop earlier, and I thought you were ordering like HelloFresh.
Oh my
I could.
I was like, okay, Lee.
No,
I was like,
Lee is
Lee's
just-
meal prepping.
Now-
Lee's just the research king.
I will say I had an idea for this segment where basically, like, if he had a phone number I could call,
No
that
way.
we would call and then say
No.
like, hey, can you like, me and my boys need someone for a bachelor's party.
That makes
Which
So
me
he
he does
weird.
guys. He does guys like girl.
Oh
kid-
no, probably not. No,
Well,
that would be the
be-
joke. Is I'd be like,
yeah,
like
okay.
me
It's
like
Kind
20.
of sexist.
Me, well, hey, he might. I don't know. I'm judging off of. This is kind of what I wanted to bring
I'm
to the
judging
group.
off 2 Twitter videos.
Yeah.
I would love to know, like, one of the questions that we'll get into later is like, why, right? Number one, like, why? So anyway, let me just read. So Chef Jay Leone, he's a very nice, clean cut man. Here's his website. Meet Chef Jay Leone. Chef Jay is a master at creating and presenting meals pleasing to the eye and delicious to the taste buds. He enjoys cooking. In fact, that's his most favorite thing to do. It's not just a job, it's his passion. He loves to watch people enjoy the meals he has created. In addition to being a recipe developer as well, Chef Jay uses his interpersonal skills and professionalism to curate unique and unforgettable experiences for his clients.
Not intrapersonal skills.
No, like, very professional.
Yeah.
Like, it's very, like, you read that. And again, like, that's why I wanted to do the joke where, like, we call him as a bachelor party. Like, hey, I saw your website. Like, yeah, we need a meal catered, maybe, like, a nice dinner.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, well, like, who's going to
Sorry,
be the...
my wiener's out.
Yeah,
Right.
who's gonna be the guy who gets deep throated by a banana and
Yeah.
choked? You know, that's what was happening with the first girl. Was
Yeah.
like she like had her arms up,
With the
and
armpit hair wig.
yeah, so like she had her arms up and she was being like restrained, and she was literally like deep throating a banana, like she was giving head, and that's kind of what's going on here. So
We went there.
this is So this is Chef J. I warned you, 18 plus.
I feel like all of our episodes are explicit.
Whoa, Lee, why do you have the hub pulled up?
Oh yeah. Oh damn. I didn't. Cam Ward to the U, Miami. Oh, okay. That's not related to us.
Oh my god, there it is again. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
there it is
That's
again.
so many times. Why is
The
it there so
first
many
couple
times?
seconds are so aggressive.
Yeah, they're really
linking
aggressive.
These and like the would
Yeah.
YouTube ban us if we linked these in the comment? Like,
You just can't monetize.
Oh no.
You know what I mean?
We'll
Like-
find out together.
okay, true. Like linking these for reference, guys.
Yeah.
No, I mean I'll
Well,
like
you
put it
should
on the
just
screen.
post a screen grab
Oh,
on...
you're right. You do
You
that.
should just post a screen grab on the Instagram.
You're
No,
the
they'll
YouTube,
see it,
You're
yeah.
the YouTube watcher, so you know. He
They'll
posts
see
on the
it.
screen.
Okay,
I
so
watch YouTube.
this
I watch
is
the ASMR Turkish doctor give haircuts.
Awesome.
You guys don't know
Nice.
Amir?
No, I do not.
I should look it up.
I'll add it to the list.
I'll show you. I watch him.
I'll add it to the list. Okay, yeah. So there's one more thing I want to show you, just to like, you can kind of guess what this is.
Okay.
And then the thing I'm about to show you that I found out
nervous?
researching.
Like I'm nervous.
No, you shouldn't be nervous. Unless being super horny makes you nervous. But here's the deal. So this is we're not gonna play the video, but it's like the same thing. A very sensual. Like there's a woman. She's getting like
Why
seduced.
is she choking everyone?
They like it. What do you want me to say?
Yeah, that's what they're into.
And so here's the deal. So this is a video. I'm not going to play it. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
But it's like another because these are like his advertisements for his business. These videos, right?
Okay.
Of course.
They're TikToks. So the tweet is sensation, and he ats a man named Emmanuel Lustin.
Oh God.
Do you want me to click on it or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh.
Okay.
Is it gonna be like
You're leading us
BBC?
down this
Like-
path.
What do you think,
Please,
Reid?
yeah.
What do you think it's going to be?
What is that? Is that a butt?
I warned you. I told you.
This
But
is
I
on
didn't-
Twitter?
That's
Yeah.
pornography.
Yeah, there's pornography on Twitter.
Oh shit,
there
you guys!
is.
I'm not on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of it.
Well, because ever since
God, I'm
Fun,
waking
hey,
up-
pro tip for the guys out there.
ever since Tumblr porn got taken down, Reddit and Twitter have really picked
Oh
up.
my
In
Yeah, so we don't have to look at that anymore. Yeah.
What was he doing?
I'm
You know what he was
freaking
doing. He's
in
doing-
my
No,
you know.
I know what he was doing, but like, why
He's
was
doing a
it so
sport
aggressive?
tutorial on her.
It's not the
So
videos Reid's
aggressive.
used to.
Okay, so why I bring this up?
Like, you're ready. You're
Here's the
ready.
deal.
You're gonna
So
close
the guy in this video, so there's Chef J. That's Chef J. No, maybe not. Anyway, in this
Did
video,
he spit in her mouth?
probably,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
So Chef J
Oh.
kind of has an entourage that he brings
Okay.
on with him,
Okay.
and one of the people he brings on is Emmanuel Lustin, who is like literally, he has like 600,000 followers. He's like quite literally a male sex worker.
Okay.
So here's the deal. There's no like, we know what's happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he basically this is what he. So he's based in Miami,
Okay.
which this business would only
Oh,
survive.
God, you should have started with Miami.
It only would have survived
Exactly.
in Miami or Atlanta. I really
Exactly.
could go
now
either
that he
way.
said that video looks like it's in Miami.
Doesn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. So this is what he does. Is basically his minimum fee is like $3,000, which I guess makes sense. Whatever.
Honestly,
Everything's
that's
expensive.
not a lot for
It's
catering.
yeah.
Not
that's
it's
bad.
not it's not a ton. Well, the food doesn't look amazing. Let's be honest.
Oh,
But
the food was brown.
yeah, like the mac and cheese was like all
Stouffer's.
like sauce.
Yeah.
Stouffer's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, maybe his favorite thing isn't to cook, but so Chef J. Leon, basically this is what he does, is he gets like bachelorette parties,
Okay.
any group of like horny women together, and probably maybe like a sugar daddy, or maybe like one of these women has like an OnlyFans that makes a lot of money or something like that, and like they splurge on these dinners where like all these women show up dressed very nice. They all like.
Is confirming, is nice a bodycon dress? He doesn't know what that means.
No, but relative to nice for like a person that would go to this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And what he does is basically he gets these women together, he gets them like, get some drinks going, get some food going, and then he gets them just super horny. Like basically like what we saw was like, I guess that's like the lead,
There
right?
needs to be like a pop-up right here. How many times have we said the word horny in the past
Order to pay.
10 sentences?
Just saying. I mean, I can't think of a better word to describe it. And really like, if you go to the website, it's so like, oh yeah, I'm a professional chef. I'm a caterer. I'm known
Yeah.
for my food. And then on Twitter, he's like, oh yeah, shout out to my boy Emmanuel Lustin, who is like literally a male
Creeping
sex
in the park
worker.
after dark on Twitter.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I mean like literally a male sex worker is like in his posse. So it's pretty, and like, what do you think happens when the cameras get turned off? Like, do you think like this like just
Oh,
turns into an
God.
orgy basically?
If that.
Surely, right? Or like not an
I
orgy, but
mean-
like
It's probably like they pay extra for other stuff, like how you can get like a like a happy end to get a massage place. And it's
yeah,
probably like,
yeah.
oh, you pay a little bit extra,
Yeah,
like you
there's
get a
probably
hand job or
different
something.
packages, but also like I think it's like I think it's like a thing now where it's like events and parties and stuff is just becoming like more crazy, and it's like who can overdo and like
Yes.
who can top the next person. Someone's getting a phone call. You're gonna answer it on the pod?
Hey Corey, you're live on the podcast.
Corey.
What's up, Corey?
Dude, you're live on the pod.
Corey, you're live on the podcast right now. What's up?
I was just, I was saying what was up.
Oh, he's so nervous.
Yeah.
What's
No.
up, Corey? It's
I was
Reid.
gonna slide over, but I didn't know what you were doing yet.
We're recording a pod.
Just tell
or,
him you'll text him when you leave here.
Yeah, I'll text you when we leave. You want to know what we're talking about right now? And get your raw reaction.
I would love to.
Okay, so we're talking about there's this guy. He's a professional chef in Miami. His name's Chef Jay Leone. And basically what he does, have you heard of this guy? You familiar with this
No
work?
one's heard of him.
I don't think so.
That video has 13 million views on TikTok. I'm just saying. Anyway, basically what he does is he's in Miami. He's a chef in Miami, and he gets together like groups of like horny like 20 and 30-year-old women, and they like he like caters a private dinner for them, and then he does like a sex show for like one of the women, where like he like starts not him and his boy Emmanuel Lusson, who's a male sex worker. They start like choking the women and like deep throating with bananas and like putting like like grapes like over their face. He'll like dip like grapes in like chocolate and like drip the chocolate over them. You know, a little dirty action.
A little dirty
Damn, I
action.
hope there's a little bit of that tonight. Shit.
Yeah, for those who don't know, I'm throwing
Yeah.
a dirty Santa party at my house tonight.
Thank you.
Chef Jay Leone will be catering.
Oh,
I'm just
that's
letting
a
you know right now.
surprise. Clothes optional, presents mandatory.
AKA your mom got public subs.
Hey, Corey.
But I will strip for y'all if that's
Oh
something
my
that
god,
needs to
and
happen.
we would be so lucky.
Reid,
Corey.
would you like to be the maid of honor?
I'll be the matron of
The
honor.
the matri of honor. Well, I'll you know, you don't have to. I can find somebody else to do it. But anyway, yeah, Corey, I'll text you later.
Bye, Corey.
Bye, Corey.
That was fun. That was
That
a call in.
fun. I want to start getting my friends to
him
call.
in like a year or 2 or 3 at least.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I see Corey almost every time I come home.
Well,
Love
I haven't
Corey.
been home since last Christmas.
Shout out to Corey
Oh, yeah.
Dunn.
Shout out to Corey Dunn, man. We love you. Thanks for calling.
All
Love
right.
you, Corey, Mina.
No one ever calls me when we're doing the pod, but whatever. No one ever
I
calls
probably-
me.
I call you and you're like, oh, hold on.
She'll just hang
She's
up
like-
on you and send
she's
you a
like,
text.
she's like, I'm making something in the air fryer. I'm like, Kathleen.
I'm slaving over this air fryer.
I'm like, talk
dish.
to my husband.
Yeah.
I hand the phone to Sam.
No, literally.
I'm really gonna have to talk to him about that dark web thing. I know that section of the pod is getting cut, but I am going to talk to
I
him
think
about
that part made it. We'll see.
Mm.
We'll
Well,
see. We'll
we'll-
see in production.
Ask the editor.
We'll see.
Post production.
Ask the editor.
We'll see how editor Lee's feeling tomorrow. So yeah, so
You're
that's.
gonna be hungover tomorrow. That's what you're gonna be.
I mean, I'm a tank.
Yeah. That's true.
So yeah, so that's Chef Jay Leone. Any final thoughts? So what do you think about the
It made
idea
me
of a
nervous.
sex food business?
Well, so kind of going back to like what we like almost like
There's
started.
no way that's
conversation-wise.
FDA approved. Sorry.
No, it's like this thing where it's like everyone is wanting to top each other. It's like you can't just have a dinner party.
Yeah.
You can't just have a cheese board.
Mhm.
You know, you can't just have a bachelorette. Like it has to be crazy. It has to be over the top. It has to be something no one's
Has
ever
to be
done
quote
before.
unquote original.
It has to be avant-garde almost. You know, is that the right term?
Yeah.
Where it's like
Yes.
artsy, sexy, dark, noir.
Yeah. Not film noir.
Not film noir, but like
No, I know that
noir.
was just funny.
Our classes.
Noir
class.
just means like black and white with
Yeah.
shadows.
Lee, we
That's all
took
that
film
means.
classes together.
Yeah, I know.
You know nothing.
Lee
aware.
took the same classes.
I
the
took the
next
exact
year.
same class.
Oh
We had to-
shit! I forgot
Reid,
about that.
Reid. Lee is a fellow EWN major.
I forgot about that.
Editing,
Yeah.
writing, and media.
I forgot you were. Yeah, no. Oh
All
my
three
god,
of us.
we were all the same major.
Well-
It's super fun. It's literally impossible to describe what your major is in 5 words or less. So
It was
it turns into
also-
like a paragraph
And
at
me and
least.
Kathleen, I don't know how we didn't murder each other because Kathleen and I lived
Every
together,
class.
had every class together, went to class together, did our homework together. I don't think you can say that R word.
What?
That might be too vulgar.
I'll deal with it.
We'll bleep it.
Florida GOP suspends its chairman, demands he designs as grape investigation continues.
That was perfect.
The Republican Party of Florida suspended Chairman Christian Ziegler and demanded his resignation during an emergency meeting Sunday, adding to calls by Governor Ron DeSantis and other top officials for him to step down as police investigate a grape accusation against him. Ziegler, here we go. I know that's like a depressing start. Just bear with me here, guys. Ziegler is accused of graping a woman with whom he and his wife, Moms for Liberty co-owner Bridget Ziegler, had a prior consensual sexual relationship, according to police records.
Oh, I read this.
I sent
haven't
this
seen
to
this.
Kathleen. This is a great story. I saw this on
Yeah.
WAR
I did
actually.
my homework.
Christian Ziegler has engaged in conduct that renders him unfit for the office, the party's motion to censure, Ziegler said, according to a document posted on the social media platform Fuck Off by Lee County GOP Chairman Michael Thompson. Ziegler tried to defend himself during the closed-door meeting, but the party board quickly took the action against him, Thompson said. Let's see here. The Sarasota Police Department is investigating the woman's accusation that Ziegler graped her at her apartment in October. police documents say the Zieglers and the woman had planned a sexual threesome that day, but Bridget Ziegler wasn't able to make it.
Question: what is a non-sexual threesome? The fact that they had to specify. Like,
okay, you'll see in the story. There's a explainer. The accuser says Christian Ziegler arrived anyway and assaulted her. So here's what happened. Basically, is Christian Ziegler's wife, Bridget Ziegler, is the founder of Moms for Liberty, which is like probably the biggest like anti-LGBT traditional family values book banning. They're big on that. Bridget and what's his name? Christian, yeah. Bridget and Christian like to get down, right?
Yeah.
They had a private life that they were pretty into, and part of that private life was having threesomes, three-ways. And basically, there was a woman who they had multiple three-ways with, and one day that they planned, like, hey, you know that thing we do where like we get together and fuck each other? Let's do that again. And they're like, okay, sounds good. All right, my house, 7 p.m. Make sure, bring a bottle of wine. Don't be rude, Bring a bottle of wine.
Host gift.
Don't be rude. Yeah. Don't be rude. And they were going to do that. But last minute, Bridget was like, oh, God, there's this book that's like got this gay guy in it. We want to ban it. I got to read it. Sorry. I can't make it tonight. And her husband's like, oh, okay. Well, I'm just going to go over there anyway. And so the woman, as far as I understand, I could be wrong, the woman is like, oh, sweet, Christian and Bridget are here. And it's just Christian. And she's like, where's your wife? And he's like, eh. And then he assaulted her.
Oh, and then she didn't want to. She wasn't.
Right.
Down
She
with
did
the
not.
plan
She
once.
did not
It's not
want
what
to
she
have sex
Yeah,
with
and
him.
then he was the aggressor.
Yeah.
Yes.
She didn't. It's not what she signed up.
That's
Okay,
what
well,
she.
I mean, it
and
sounds-
allegedly, he assaulted her on a bar stool.
Well, it sounds very black and
Oh,
white.
God.
I obviously believe the victim. I believe the woman.
For sure.
I would not take this nefarious man's word.
I mean, like, his wife is literally, like, on TV talking about, like, how we can't let, like, the devil and sex corrupt our youth,
yeah,
and then
but
she's having
outside
threesomes.
of that, just looking at the situation with person allegedly assaults another person, I'm gonna believe the victim.
For sure, yeah. Definitely.
I think what's interesting about it, and like this is what I saw a lot of stories and TikToks about, is that it's just so crazy that it's like she's such a hypocrite, right? Because it's like she's against, non-traditional things.
Yeah.
So if you want to claim that tradition is, a man and a wife having a
nuclear
Monogamous,
family.
yeah, what's it called?
nuclear,
Monogamous. Yeah, thank
white
you.
nuclear family, yeah.
Exactly. Monogamous relationship, experimenting with a threesome every now and
third
then.
parties.
Right. And it's like, it's just crazy that these are the people in power and they're just big hypocrites. And she got a lot of shit.
I mean, if anybody's kids thought they were safe from their parents being weirdos,
you're not.
surely you'd think that it's like the Moms for Liberty founder.
Right.
And then, no, it's not. Actually, your mom's the
I
freakiest
did
one on the
Google
block,
Moms
you
for
know?
Exactly.
Your mom is literally the freakiest one on the block.
Yeah.
Like, your mom, God, your mom is horny,
Oh my god.
God,
Again,
how
we're
many
using
times
that
have I
word
said
again.
word?
Reed's triggered by that word.
No, it's just making me laugh. Like, I didn't
Or
realize
they.
this was such an adult podcast.
Yeah, I mean, it is, guys. No holds
You're
barred.
right.
Guys, I'm drinking this Mick Ultra right here, and I'm not going to lie, I'm fucking hammered.
Lee's had half a
And I don't
beer,
know
he's
what
feeling
I'm talking
crazy.
about right
Lee's
now.
had the most watered down beer that they sell, and he's
Yes.
Moms for Liberty faces growing challenges amid Florida sex scandal.
Yeah, it's not a great look for them either. I mean, like, Moms for Liberty, I mean, like, they're a big part of, like, the March for Life in DC. They're one of the biggest, like, family value groups out there, but probably the biggest now.
Okay.
I mean, like, they're super big in right-wing circles, like, and the thing that a lot of people don't realize that is kind of, like, coming to light here is, like, in general, like, you compare Nancy Pelosi, going back to a callback earlier, compare Nancy Pelosi to, like, traditional right-wing guy, right? I don't know, like a Lindsey Graham, like
Mitt
a career
Romney.
politician. What was that?
I said Mitt Romney.
Kinda, yeah, kinda. My point being, like, right-wing people and left-wing people in politics are the exact same people.
Yeah.
There's one cloth that they're all cut from. They're not that different. they might absolutely hate each other. It's all performative.
Yeah.
It's all in the pursuit of power and money.
Yeah.
It's like people like it's kind of like a selling your soul kind of thing where people realize like they'll find certain niches, certain angles in politics where if they just say these things. I mean, Trump was like a registered Democrat. He's like obviously pro-abortion, but like he was pro-abortion.
Clearly it works. It sustains their lifestyle. It keeps them in positions of power.
Yeah.
It keeps them with disposable income. It keeps them as figureheads and.
Yeah.
And like it's just so rare to be exposed in such a public way of like, oh, you're actually not like this, right? Because like all of these like revelations happen behind closed doors.
Right.
Where, like if you work in DC, if you know politicians, like they all hang out together.
Yeah.
Like they're like they can act like they hate each other in public, being like, oh my God, this guy, like I would never hang out with him.
But
I believe so many different
at
things.
3 a.m, they're in the champagne room together at the club. Like.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And so really, all you see here is I don't know Bridget personally. Maybe I'd like to meet her. I don't know. But
Saucy.
you know, she could be like a fundamental Christian who just like gets H word. You know, I don't want to say it, but she could just like that could just be her, or she could literally be like a relatively normal person who doesn't believe this crazy shit, but she's like, oh, I get to like go to Martha's Vineyard in summer there, and I get to like do all this like rich people stuff. Like the allure of, especially in America, but really around the world, you have so many people, like there's just this life that is just unavailable to 99.9% of people.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that life is so desirable
Yeah.
that a lot of people would basically give up their entire lives and what they stand for
Yep.
to kind of be able to live that life.
Sell your soul, right?
It's the same thing.
That's like
yeah.
Illuminati energy. All right, moving on to our next story.
Okay, so we did a dealer's choice for the first one, but the other story's too good. I also want to bring this one to the table. Saw this on Twitter the other day. Fantastic story. No notes. This is literally like a. I mean, talking about like 30 Rock earlier. This is like, you know, like Alec Baldwin would have to like, you know, be like on the phone with somebody like, oh, trying to cover this up or something.
Yeah.
Like this is like comical. So
Let's not forget when he called his daughter Ireland and left that heinous voicemail.
yeah, that's
She roasted him for it too.
She
Yeah.
publicized it. She posted the voicemail.
on Comedy Central. Well,
Yeah.
and then
it's pretty messed
he's
up.
been roasted left.
All right,
and
so
right
for those of you who are watching audio only, or listening audio only, I should say,
Yeah, read the headline,
we are
Reid.
watching police footage of a St. Louis cop crashing into a gay bar and then arrests the bar?
Arrests the bar's owner.
Oh,
okay,
bar's
so
owner.
we'll play this.
Do full screen. So the surveillance footage is what
So
we're
it's
watching.
surveillance footage. We just see a street. Nothing crazy yet.
Oh my god.
Car goes through.
I don't understand how things like that happen. This is weird.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Is in St. Louis.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Okay, so what you just saw was a police car going like way too fast down the road, and then just seemingly just like literally crashing into a building with nothing like in his way.
There was no obstructions. There was nothing. He
Right.
just literally
Yeah.
turned into a building.
Yeah, so let's get into the article. A police officer slammed his patrol car into a popular gay bar in St. Louis, Missouri early Monday morning, eventually leading to the arrest of one of its co-owners after he confronted the cops about the crash. Chad Morris, 37. I'm dyslexic.
70 or something.
I'm dyslexic. I have
73-year-old
dyslexia.
cop.
Stands accused of shoving an officer following the crash at Bar PM, which he co-owns with his husband, James Pence. Morris was taken into custody and charged with felony assault, but prosecutors later reduced the charge to misdemeanor assault and resisting arrest.
Oh.
So here we go.
Oh my god.
Wow.
And the vehicle
Yeah.
is an SUV. It's not a sedan.
It's an SUV. I mean, you can see the crash. It's a pretty big crash. Like, just went straight into that thing.
He had to be going at least 50 miles an hour, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
way
seems
too
targeted.
fast. And in an apparent
I'm surprised he didn't get a hate crime charge.
Yeah.
No, that's
well,
okay.
we'll see. We'll see.
in an apparent attempt to avoid to avoid hitting the vehicle, which it does not seem the patrol car was in danger of, the officer quickly swerves left and crashes into the establishment. So basically, the cop came out and said, "Oh, like there was a car in my way and I had to swerve out of the way." And you
there
watch.
was
nothing on the street.
Yeah, there's nothing.
No,
Yeah,
there's
there's literally
There
nothing
wasn't
there.
a stray cat. There was nothing.
No. Like the car that he claimed he had to swerve out of the way of was like parked in front of the bar and like not on. It was like on the opposite side of the road.
It looked so targeted.
Morris and Pence live in an apartment above the bar, and Pence said he was in bed Sunday night when he heard a loud boom at around 12:30.
Oh my God.
I jumped up thinking it was an accident with a vehicle, and then I saw it, and it was a St. Louis City Police Department vehicle in front of our building. The St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department claims an officer was driving too close to a parked car and overcorrected before losing control of the vehicle.
Not overcorrected. That's like
Not at all.
It was a
Yeah.
total yeah.
Is that the cop?
That's the
of
cop.
course.
No. That's the owner. That's the co-owner.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
So
So he looks crooked. Not that we should judge people based
Right.
on
yeah. I'm not going to read the whole article. Okay, actually this is good. Officer John Pierce.
Do you know how to read?
I'm like trying. It's like really small text. I'm trying to read it. Officer John Pierce also allegedly wrote, Morris, quote, struck me hard in the chest with an open hand, causing me to temporarily lose my balance. That's the assault charge, which is just like such a good write up of like, you know, like you're like literally nothing happened, and then a cop being like, he pressured me by putting his hand on my chest, causing me to temporarily lose balance.
Like almost like someone just being like, "Hey man, what's going on?"
Like literally,
like
that's
hey, like
all
stand
it
back,
was.
like you're approaching me aggressively. Yeah.
So here's the deal. I don't think this is in this article, but it's another one that I read. The St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department came out and basically said like, yeah, it was a rookie cop. He made a mistake, but that's all we're gonna say, and it's not a big deal. It's something to that effect, and it's so crazy because like that is like literally the last resort.
Yeah.
Like think about like cop PR. Mm-hmm. When have they ever been like, oh, an actual mistake was made? It's never that. Like their last resort is like
to take the blame.
Oh, it was that guy? That guy's a dumbass. Just ignore him. Also, the cop was not breathalyzed or no.
Of course not.
No breathalyzation, no like blood test for drugs or anything. Mm-hmm. And when the police department was asked about that, they're like, wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary. We didn't need to do that.
That's so insane.
So also you can't really tell in the guy's mugshot, I guess, but the gay bar co-owner who got arrested also had like scratches on his face and a black eye.
Oh.
Damn.
So
he was assaulted.
He was
Something
also
was going
probably
on,
assaulted by the cop.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think this is in here somewhere. I'm not going to find it, but there's like quotes where the guy's lawyer has like video of like the incident and he's going to use it in court. Mm-hmm. But also apparently there was a bystander who came by and just started filming. And the cop literally was like, you're obstructing justice right now. Like you need to stop. You're obstructing right now. And they're just like, no, I'm just filming you. Like he didn't do anything. And then I think the exact quote from the cop was like, as the Morris, the guy who was getting arrested, Chad Morris, he was like, sir, what did I do? Why am I being arrested? He said, for disturbance, for disturbing the peace. That's what it was. It was disturbing the peace.
It is wild how police can just honestly make up whatever sort of allegation, charge, whatever they want just to put someone in cuffs. Like,
especially in a place like St. Louis,
especially when the
because I
cop
would
is the one that's
assume.
doing something nefarious.
Yeah, like they call Atlanta Cop City. Like there's cities where it's like, oh, it's a cop city. Like St. Louis seems like one of those. You know, where like the crime is high, so there's a lot of cops. There's a lot of crime, so there's a lot of police officers out and about.
Well, we know you love to talk about the crime in San Francisco.
Yeah, I stayed away from that. I wanted to open with that. Lee was like, what should we talk about? I was like, oh, I was just thinking about opening with being like, so what's it like living in zombie apocalypse San Francisco?
Okay, no, we can get into that. As we come to a wrap here for the Leen Show, episode 23, co-hosted with Reid Thompson. It's not as bad as, like, social media. No, I'm not lying. Yes, there's homeless people. Yes, there's needles. Yes, there's defecation. Yes, there's corpses. But, like, it's not, like, in your front yard. Well, not that you have a front yard because you live in an apartment, but you know what I mean. Like, it's not. It's just certain areas, and then in those
like the
certain areas,
Tenderloin.
Exactly, in the Tenderloin. And I just stay away from that Tenderloin. Like, I will take the bus through the Tenderloin or an Uber through the Tenderloin, but I would never walk through there. I would never walk through there at night. I would never, even, like, as a man, I would never walk through there, like, alone at night.
Kind of like a Skid Row in L.A.
Exactly.
Where you just kind of avoid it. Even though it isn't, like, downtown L.A., you can kind of avoid that area.
Exactly. And, yeah, you can mostly, because it's, like, you know, even though it's a major city, San Francisco is still not that large. It's like 7 by 7 miles. Like, Ocean Beach is on the like west side of the city, and then my office is like on the east side of the city, and you can pretty much get from like tail to tail in like 45 minutes. It's
Well,
not
and
large.
your company is a great company, so they pay for your Ubers, do they not?
Yeah, so we get.
So you have safe passage to work.
So we get commuter benefits. So I have like X amount of dollars I'm allocated in terms of commuter benefits, and then once I blow through that, then I eat just the cost myself.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, when I visited, like, I don't remember feeling like too on edge, but like I'm also a sketchy person at heart, so it's like you have to factor that in.
Yeah.
But I think it's gotten worse since I went.
It's probably the same.
Okay. I mean, you live there, so
Yeah.
it's like, and I also
But
think
like,
it's
I'm
like
not scared. Like I don't
That's
go
good.
to the bodega to get a glass of wine
Yeah.
or a goldfish or deodorant, and I'm fearful.
yeah.
Like I'm so confident I can walk outside at 8 a.m., 8
Yeah.
p.m., whatever.
But at the same time, you're like, don't send me packages because they're gonna get stolen.
Well, that's not. That's just my neighbors. My neighbors are sketch, and they steal everything. And you'll just walk downstairs in the lobby, and
Yeah.
all the mailboxes will be open, all the packages. Somebody actually put a sign on the door interior, like of the lobby, so it's like you could see it as you're leaving the apartment building.
Right.
Somebody put a sign on the door the other day, and it was like, "Yo, if you're gonna steal my," it was like, "Yo, package thief."
Yeah.
If you're gonna steal my shit, like at least take the garbage, because they stole they stole the contents of the package, but they left the Amazon box in front of the real person's door.
How
that
do
was
they
supposed to be-
get in? Because I mean, it's been a while since I
No,
visited you.
this is someone in my building.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, how do
Yeah.
they even get in?
No, it's
Because like the
someone in my
front
building.
door you
It's
have a
locked. Yeah, they
key
just
too,
replaced the lock.
correct?
Yeah. They
It's-
just replaced the lock.
It's a physical key.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like, what do you do about packages that you like need to get?
I get everything sent to my
Office,
office. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I even know that I send you. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't send you
I
packages
have
often.
everyone-
But
Or when people want to like send me like something that's like important, yeah, like a package and wedding invitation, something like that, I just say, "Yo, send it to my office."
the only time I sent you something for your birthday last year.
Yeah.
This year, I just did a gift card. But
Yeah.
I do notice it to your office.
Yeah.
now.
That's what I tell everyone.
Yeah.
Just well, and also I'm at the office 5 days a week.
Yeah.
I'm there more than I'm at my own apartment. I'm only at my apartment at nighttime and on Saturdays.
Do you think you're a workaholic?
No, I think the
Your
nature.
your job is just demanding.
Yeah, I think regardless of if you're the CEO or the intern where I work, it's expected that you are a high performer, high talent density, blah blah blah.
But you have really good benefits. They feed you.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
Yeah.
No, and I get compensated well.
Yeah,
I really,
massages.
really enjoy. Yeah, yes, we get massages.
Yeah.
I really enjoy
It's
my
okay, we're not gonna say the name
colleagues.
of your
I like the people. Like I enjoy the nature of the projects I work on. Like I have no complaints.
And you like the fast pacedness of it.
Yeah.
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 I can understand that. Yeah.
Makes the day go by faster.
Exactly.
Gives you
Yeah.
something to do.
Exactly.
And like you're single, you're living your life. Like
Exactly.
why shouldn't you?
Well, and this is the time. It's like I know we're still young. We're all of us are 25 years old.
Yeah.
You pay your dues.
I'm not 25 yet.
You do your thing. Okay, you'll be 25 in 30 seconds. You pay your dues. You do your thing.
Uh-huh.
And this is the time to be working.
Yeah. For sure.
You know, we'll get to retire when we're old.
Yeah.
So.
Right on. Well, so just in general, you would say like, I think like with social media, like you always see like a hyper, like
Yeah.
like you see so many
Exaggerate,
videos
hyper
of
exaggerated.
hyper exaggerated version of what like you kind of like see a very small picture and then like
Yes.
you kind of fill in the blanks with your mind.
Yes.
Like this is like a little related to you, but like kind of going my point. Like I remember talking to a guy one time, like a immigrant from Fiji, and he was talking to me, and he was like, you know, like I just can't go to New York. You know, like I mean, it's just madness over there. All those immigrants, like running around the street, and he was an immigrant himself, but he's like, you know, I mean, like New York, all those immigrants, and I'm like,
It's like, is this
as
1912?
what is
Yeah,
New
you
York
can't
without
speak
immigrants?
Like that. Yeah, it's a melting pot.
That's the other part. Is
It's
what is New
diversity.
York without? What are you talking about,
Also, it'd
dude?
be lame if everyone was the same. Like that's why the world spins around on its axis. We all have different points of view, different opinions, different beliefs, different mindsets. Like
Yeah.
it's lame for everyone to be the same. That's so boring.
Yeah.
Like who would want that?
Yeah.
That's not the real
Well,
world.
very specific people would want that because they don't like the other people for, you know, like reasons that probably aren't justifiable, but that's their life. So, you know, let them
Not
do
us
that.
here on the Leen Show.
No, no. Well, also those people will probably,
We
I,
raise
like
people up.
just in general, like I find it very interesting. Like I'll talk to people and they'll be like, "Oh my God, like California, like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a
like,
big
oh
one.
my
They
God,
know,
you
it's a
want
big
to?"
bias.
It's like they don't even want to like go there.
No, they won't.
It's like a war. It's like a
Especially
war
San Francisco.
zone.
They're like, no, I'm not coming to San Francisco.
I mean, I
I'm
give
like,
you
bro.
shit literally all the time.
Yeah, but you don't
I'm
actually mean it,
joking.
and
I'm
you've been there. Like
joking.
you've spent your own money coming.
Well,
to
what did
visit
my
me.
dad? My dad literally said. My dad made a comment to you about it when you came over
Yeah,
today.
but everyone,
Like,
I'm so used to
yeah.
it. It's every person's like, oh, it's so expensive. It's gonna fall off the face of the planet.
Right.
It's gonna go underwater.
Right.
Everyone's
Zombie
homeless.
apocalypse.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
fentanyl bend. whatever.
These aren't the people who would have gone before, though. So
Exactly.
it doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't change anything. They would have had the same perspective 30, 40 years ago.
Yes.
But, and I think we talked about this before, and like not to like be like asking you about your future, but you're not gonna live in San Francisco forever.
No, I see myself for those
Like
of you who don't know, I
California
moved
forever.
to San Francisco because my older sister lives there.
And she
when her
would never,
kids-
not talk about her, but like that's another thing that I know. It's like she would never raise her kids in a place that she felt was unsafe.
Exactly.
So that's what makes me
and
feel
the
like
kids, they're in a great school.
Yeah.
They have,
they're
in two different schools because one's
at
a
the
little bit
park,
older.
they're at the zoo.
They go to the
Yeah.
park. We go to the zoo.
Yeah.
We walk around. We go to Target.
Yeah.
Like we still have like a similarly suburban lifestyle.
Yeah,
it's just
totally.
in the city.
Totally.
But yeah, no. Long story short, I see myself staying there at least as long as they are there. And once the kids, my nieces, turn elementary age, that's, I think, when my sister wants to move out of the city.
Mhm.
And that's when then I'll figure out, am I staying?
What's
am I
your next
going?
step?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll see myself, like I said, probably staying in California, but maybe more just like Southern California.
Yeah.
Like, I just miss the warmth. That's one
Yeah.
thing. It's like, people think, oh,
That
you
stuff
live
is
in
cold.
California, it's so warm, it's sunny all the
No.
time, it's 80
Right.
degrees. No, I live in Northern California.
It's
like,
windy, it's cloudy.
gray, it's cold,
Yeah.
it's windy, it's all the time. It's
Yeah.
55 degrees year round. The first thing you learn when you move to SF is you have to take a coat with you
Yeah,
everywhere.
I not? I stepped off the bus and my hat literally blew into the fucking traffic.
Yeah.
Like within 5 minutes of being there. It was so
Yeah.
windy. And I came in August.
The Windy City is what,
Yeah.
that's what they call it.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's Chicago, but yeah.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
was
I'm the same
joking.
way in
I was making a
Atlanta.
joke,
Like,
yeah, you know.
I live in Atlanta
Yeah.
because my brother lives in Atlanta. You know, so it's like,
well, and that's how it works. Like, you just follow your sibling. Like,
Yeah.
just how it works.
yeah,
And it's nice having them there. They're 5 minutes up the street.
totally.
You know.
And
we
you're
don't-
you're such a fun uncle. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so, ready to wrap it up? I think that was
Yeah,
a
I
good
think-
place
yeah,
to end it.
guys, we got a party to get to.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah, we got to get fucked up. We're getting
Oh my
lit
God.
tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for listening. As always, thank you, Reid, for
Yeah, thanks, Reid.
donating
Thank
some of
you.
your time.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate
Absolutely.
both of you allowing me to
Yeah. A great first guest.
be on
Well, a great first like friend guest.
real guest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Real
Roger.
guest.
What's
Sorry,
the guy's name?
Roger.
Roger Sherman, the
No,
guy.
he's
He
cool.
was on the Goodyear blimp.
No,
he was in the
stop.
Goodyear
Why
blimp.
am I gonna have beef with Roger?
No. He doesn't care. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy.
Love
Well,
you, Roger.
how many Twitter followers do you have? Because he's like 110,000.
I haven't tweeted in 3 years.
Okay,
Actually, that's
so-
funny. If you go on my Twitter, you would think I'm not
Follow
active,
at Reid _
but I'm
Thompson on
actually
Twitter.
there 24/7. I probably have. Actually, let's see. I only have 800.
That's kind of a lot of Twitter.
That's a
I
followers.
used
decent
to have
amount.
over 1,000, but I've
Yeah,
lost
because
some of
you're a local celeb.
Mm.
it. Local celeb.
This pod hopefully is gonna get a ton of listens because of you.
Oh,
that's
it
what we're
better.
shooting for.
God, it better.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I
It
guess
will.
with that we can wrap.
Yes. So thank you
Yes.
to Glazed Eyes for letting us use their single "Way Down" off their new LP that just came out. You
Yeah,
guys saw them
I-
live the other day.
What was I gonna
Last
say?
night.
Last night.
Yeah, last night.
They
That's
played
Our
our
right.
ears
song.
were ringing. It was
If
so
you
loud.
fall.
Did they play "Way Down"?
Yeah, of course they did.
Damn. Did they give us a shout out on stage?
No.
Well, regardless.
They're focusing
Um,
they're focusing on their stuff. But I posted them on my Instagram, so
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I was prepping for this episode. Actually,
Yeah.
I worked late.
He's
and
doing the Lord's work.
yeah,
a busy guy.
someone had to do it. I didn't have
Someone
enough
had-
time.
Amen.
So
Amen. Amen. Roll Tide.
I don't give a piss about none but the tide. You know, that's what I always say.
Amen.
Yes, sir. If you're listening on Spotify, thank you so much for listening. Please consider giving us a 5-star review. We have a full 5-star rating right now with like 30-something reviews. That probably won't stay eventually, but I'd like it to stay as long as possible, you know?
Mm-hmm.
If you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much, obviously.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe, of course. We got some great content coming out there next year. We're really going to go all in next year.
yeah,
I'd
like
say.
we said, 2024 is our year.
2024 is our year.
You're the Leen Show.
Our year.
Yeah, Reid's gonna be back. Yeah, for sure. This won't be
All
our
right.
last episode.
Love you. Bye.
Love you, mean it.
Love you, mean it.